What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be looking at the 10 duos added to NBA 2K23 MyTEAM today. Obviously, you got some of these budget duos such as like Gold Lionel Hollins, as well as Ruby Maurice Lucas, Gold Mike Conley, Emerald Zach Randolph. But you got some heavy hitters. Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Ant, Cat. You got some heavy hitters as well. Now, before we dive into it, guys, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button if you are new. We're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. So we're just going to go... I'm going to go from the bottom up because we got some of our best duos at the top. So we're going to start with Joe Dumars, Isiah Thomas. I kind of broke it down in my video when I was doing the Erie set. Do I think this duo is worth running? No, because then you got a guy that's 6'1", I think, in Isiah Thomas. And then you got a guy that's 6'3" in Joe Dumars. That's hard to run and compete with. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, the duo does give them pretty good boost. I'll be the first to say that, but it's hard to run a guy that's 6'1" with a guy that's 6'3" in the backcourt. So yeah, the duo is cool, but it's not worth anything. For Vernon Maxwell, Kenny Smith, here's what you're looking at. Vernon Maxwell gets a +4 speed acceleration, which is solid, +15 driving dunk, which is crazy. Approach touch doesn't really matter, does get a few extra badges, pretty solid. For Kenny Smith, gets quite a bit better. +7 3 ball, a lot more shooting badges, good, gold dimer as well. Maybe it's a duo worth looking at for like limited or something else like that. It's not a worthless duo, nothing I'm too crazy high on. Now for Diamond Zion and Trey Jones, yo. Diamond Zion goes from 3 Hall of Famers to 8 Hall of Famers, including back down punisher, slippery off ball, box out beast, post lockdown. For Trey Jones, he gets a +4 3 ball. He gets decent perimeter, Hall of Fame special. I mean, it's probably not worth running. I'll be the first to say that, right? Diamond Zion, I mean, I still don't think it's worth running. But to give Zion 8 Hall of Famers is honestly crazy. It's a better duo than I expected. Still probably not worth running. For Big Kendrick Perkins, man, I'm not gonna lie. It would take a lot to use useless Kendrick Perkins in my team. Let's look at it. 25 3 ball, 49 speed. How are you using this card? You're not. Now for Scalabrine, look. Makes him a little bit better. Gets the gold guard up. So, I mean, I guess. That duo is horrible. I mean, these duos we've covered so far are just horrible. For Lionel Hollins, like, he gets a few badges. And it makes the card not useless. Like, a gold card with the 77 3 ball, 83 speed, 84 lateral quickness, decent perimeter. This Lionel Hollins card can play. You give him this duo, he can play. For Mo Lucas, doesn't do a whole lot, makes him a little better defensively in the Hall of Fame anchor. So, I mean, maybe, again, in limited, if you need a point guard, Lionel Hollins with Mo Lucas, maybe. Just throwing it out there. I don't think it's going to be game-breaking or anything, but does make Lionel Hollins quite a bit better. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, for Spud Webb and Dominique Wilkins, hate to break it to you. Spud Webb can run and dunk, I guess, and that's the meta of the game, but he's only 5'7". For Dominique Wilkins, makes him a little better, right? But these duos aren't worth running, right? Now a duo that I'm going to look at for quite some time, okay? You get Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin. Now, we'll look at the Kenyon Martin upgrades, but people are talking about Jason Kidd right now as a top 5 or so point guard in the game, and now you're giving him Hall of Fame dimer and floor general, giving him the bailout badge. Looking at the ball handle going up, the mid-range going up, making him that little bit better. Not a ton better, but that little bit better. For Kenyon Martin, gets 5 Hall of Famers, including back down punisher. I need to see some defensive upgrades. He gets +6 interior, +5 steal. Driving dunk goes up 5. That makes him a little bit better. Gets some more defensive badges. So, here's what I say. If you're wanting to run Kenyon Martin and Jason Kidd, you might as well run them together. The duo does help them out a little bit. And so that's a duo, in my opinion, that's at least worth looking at. Do I think it's anything game-breaking? No. Do I think, it does help them out a little bit? Yes. So, again, I feel like that might be the same with Cat and Ant. Only run it if you're going to run those 2 cards anyways. So, Mike Conley here for a gold card with this duo gets even better. The 3 ball goes up, speed goes up, lateral quickness goes up, gets a lot of those playmaking badges. Can't ask for much more. Now, for Zach Randolph, the card is still garbage. So that alone makes it not worth running, right? I mean, if Zach Randolph got a lot better, got a 3 ball speed and lateral quickness, then maybe. But Zach Randolph's still a garbage man, so it's not worth running. We'll get to Cat Ant in a second. This duo is one I want to talk about, though. Sean Elliott and Steven Jackson. Now, Sean Elliott, you know, he's going to hoop, man. Hall of Fame catch and shoot corner specialist, 80 speed, 74 lateral quickness, decent perimeter. For a Ruby card, you can't ask for much more than what Sean Elliott is going to provide. Look at the shooting badges. Absolutely ridiculous. For Steven Jackson, he gets an 8 he gets the driving dunk plus 10, which is huge. Interior goes up 5, which is huge. In limited, this Steven Jackson and Sean Elliott duo is going to be elite as long as it doesn't make them go to an AMI. Because sometimes it's like you can use 2 diamonds, 1 AMI, and the rest have to be Ruby or lower. And if these cards qualify as that Ruby or lower, it's going to be elite. Now, one thing I don't like is Steven Jackson's going to have to run the 4. And I don't love him at that power 4 position, but he can at least hold it down. I like that duo in general. And I think in limited, that duo could be worth running. Now, for Ant-Man and Cat, Ant gets 6 Hall of Famers, acrobat, fearless finisher. Nothing too crazy. I'll be the first to say it. Nothing too crazy. But look at the total badges, right? I mean, he goes from that to this. So it's basically just that badges get upgraded to gold. Needle thrower, mismatch, expert, special delivery go up as well. Speed with ball up to speed acceleration up a little bit. Doesn't make him that much better. I need Cat to get some defense. He gets 1 Hall of Fame badge. That Hall of Fame badge is box out beast. Get a gold rebound chaser, gets upgraded a little bit. Rebounding gets helped out a little bit. Look, similar to Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin. Although I do think the Jason Kidd Kenyon Martin duo gives them more, you're only gonna run this duo if you're running Cat and Ant together anyways. Now, you can make the case, right, that Ant with the Hall of Fame fearless finisher, that helps out a lot, or a little bit at least. Now, Ant is probably a top 5 shooting guard in the game. Cat's probably, I don't know, a top 10 or 15 guy to run at the power forward position. I would say maybe top 7. I don't know for sure. Depends if you're counting trophy cards or whatever the case may be. But I just have a hard time running this duo unless you're like a really big Timberwolves fan and want to get Cat. Now, I'm going to give Cat every benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try him out. I'll probably run him with Ant to see what that duo looks like and how much it can help him out. But when you look at these duos, my takeaway is this. I'm glad 2K is giving us these duos, but they need to make these better. Like, Cat gets a total of 2 badges upgraded and 13 total attributes. Ant gets a total upgrade of what? 2 or 3 badges, 14 total attributes. That's not; those are not going to be noticeable, and that's what I want. I want these duos to be usable, right? For Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd, if somebody grinds for both those cards and uses them together, make the boost a little bit better. If somebody grinds for Ant and wants to pair him with Cat, make it so Cat is worth running. That's what I wanted to see out of these duos. Now, for a guy like Diamond, Zion, Trey Jones, sure, the +4 Hall of Fame badges or +5 Hall of Fame badges, that's a big deal, but it's still not worth running because you got to run Trey Jones with it. So I just wish these duos did a little bit more, in my opinion, but it's still fun. It's still fun to look at. It's still maybe fun to run. If you are, a big Nets fan or a big Timberwolves fan, it might be fun to run those duos. The Sean Elliott Steven Jackson duo, that's the one that I'm still thinking about, like, dang, that duo could be noteworthy. But that is going to wrap it up for our duo video today, guys. I hope each and every you guys did enjoy it. I'm hoping that down the road, these duos eventually get better. They eventually, make them worth running. But right now, I just can't sit here and say that they are worth running, and that's kind of sad in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts on the new duos down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.